We often hear phrases like results speak for themselves or the outcome is all that matters. But what if we've been looking at decision making the wrong way? Welcome to the Lead Lab, where we break down leadership principles in ways that are relatable, real, and relevant. Today's topic is something every leader, team member, and even everyday decision maker needs to hear. Never judge a decision solely by its outcome. Decisions, the beginning, not the end. Life is made up of choices. Some are big, like choosing a career, starting a business, or leading a major project. Others may seem small, like selecting a tool, picking a vendor, or responding to a team issue. But each decision carries weight. And while we tend to evaluate our decisions based on whether they worked out or not, the reality is more complex. You see, a decision can be good, even if the result is bad. And a bad decision can sometimes still lead to good results, often by sheer luck. This is why judging a decision only by what happened afterward is flawed. It misses the most important part: how and why the decision was made in the first place. Decisions are made in context. Every choice we make happens in a moment, with the information available to us at that time. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't get to know the future in advance. All we can do is assess, evaluate, and act with the best intent and insight we have. Let's say you decided to move forward with a new project based on strong data, solid feedback, and aligned priorities. But halfway through, a vendor goes out of business. Or a sudden market shift changes the landscape. The project misses the mark. Was the decision to move forward wrong? Not necessarily. The conditions changed. The unforeseen occurred. And that's the point: good decisions can still lead to imperfect outcomes. External factors, the unseen variables. Outcomes are often influenced by things we simply don't control. Market trends, technology glitches, human error, even random chance, they all play a part. Think of a pilot making decisions during a storm. They may follow every protocol, rely on training, coordinate with the tower, and still face a hard landing due to weather. Do we say they made the wrong choice? No. We understand the conditions were tough. We judge the effort, not just the end. The same principle applies in leadership, in business, and in life. The trap of hindsight bias. Now here's the tricky part: after the fact, we always think we could have done better. We say things like, "I should have known. Why didn't I see that coming? It was so obvious." But this is hindsight bias, the illusion that we had perfect clarity all along. Looking back, the dots connect easily. But living in the moment? It's messy. It's uncertain. It's real. While reflection is necessary, blaming ourselves or others in hindsight doesn't help us grow. Understanding the process behind the decision does. Focus on the process, not just the result. So what does a good decision process look like? It involves asking the right questions. It involves gathering diverse perspectives, because no one sees the full picture alone. It involves balancing risk and reward. And most of all, it involves making a call, sometimes under pressure, and owning it with integrity. When we focus on building a strong decision-making process, we build resilience. We don't get paralyzed by fear of failure. We learn. We adapt. We improve. Learn from every outcome. That said, results do matter, just not in the way we often think. Outcomes are feedback, not final judgment. If something didn't go well, what can we learn? How can we adjust our thinking, our workflows, our communication next time? If something went right, was it due to the strength of our process? Or just good luck? Reflecting on both success and failure gives us valuable insight. Every experience becomes a data point. And growth comes from recognizing patterns, not pointing fingers. Extend grace to yourself and others. This mindset doesn't just change how we see ourselves. It also changes how we view our teams, our peers, and the people we lead. When someone makes a call that doesn't work out, do we immediately criticize? Or do we pause, ask what they knew at the time, and consider the intent behind their choice? Leaders who extend grace build trust. They create safe environments where people feel confident to act, even when outcomes are uncertain. Because in truth, everyone is doing the best they can with what they have. Final thought: the journey matters. At the end of the day, leadership isn't about getting every decision right. It's about growing through the decisions we make. It's about learning from the process, and becoming wiser with each step. So next time you reflect on a choice, yours or someone else's, ask this: was it thoughtful? Was it intentional? Did it come from a place of responsibility and care? If the answer is yes, then that decision was worth it, no matter the outcome. Thanks for tuning into the Lead Lab, where leadership is a journey, not a destination.